Internet. This is Zed with ZXS Gaming, and welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind. When last we left off with Zengzi, we were in the process of visiting the Blades trainers, which doesn't really give you a quest in the quest log, but it does give you information in your journal. So we visited the ones in Balmora, we visited the one in Aldrune, and now we came to Caldera. We're also kind of, at the same time, doing some of our, I'll call it character setup stuff. We have picked up a Mark Potion, we've picked up an Amulet of Recall, we have picked up Master Alchemy equipment, and now we're going to go visit the last Blades trainer. Sjorvar Horsemouth lives in a Guar herder's hut in the middle of nowhere west of Caldera. Alright, so we are at the wrong exit. This is the south part.
Hurry this up, will you?
So let's head back this way. There's a couple other NPCs we're going to run into on the road, and I'm not going to talk to them for now. I'm going to skip them for now. We'll come back to Caldera and do, you know, all of the quests in the area, so to speak, at a later point. I don't really want to get bogged down with it now, but the other thing is we're still only level 1. So doing anything at this point where you've got the opportunity to smack into a higher level creature would be pretty deadly. Okay. It is foggy out here. You almost can't see anything. Okay. We got a naked barbarian. We're gonna let him be. He does have a quest for you. I think the guy's hut is this way. If I remember correctly. Okay, so we've got that direction. Margon, Buckmorth, Aldrune, and Nissus. What's this the road for? Margon, Buckmorth. Okay. That's not very helpful. We're going to continue going west. So the way that... Okay, I think we're on the right path. Pretty much, we're in the, you know, kind of a athletics 1 up to 14. Move a little bit faster. This should be, yeah, we're not going to talk to her, but that should be Pemini, yeah. She has on some interesting boots. We'll do her quest later. She has an escort quest for you. And she's got some boots that I think are a little bit of a hack, but they give you a ridiculous amount of speed, and the downside is they blind you. So what you have to do is you have to either get a spell or a potion of resist magic at a high level. You drink the potion and then slap on the boots so that you resist the blind while you get the benefit of having the boots on. Of course, you have to do that every time you equip and unequip the boots.
Well met.
Okay. Blades trainers. Yes, I can train you, and may I offer a suggestion? If you're going exploring, get yourself an enchanted weapon or some scrolls or both. You can't harm a ghost without an enchanted weapon or magic. Galbadir at the Balmora Mages Guild usually has a selection. You can also enchant items, and can also enchant items for you, if you can afford the charged soul gems she sells, and if you can afford her enchanting services. So this is helpful because the game really doesn't, tell you, but undead creatures in this game can only be hurt by a magical weapon or a silver weapon or with cast magic. So your standard weapons don't do anything to them, which includes things like iron arrows will not do anything to an undead. Kite and throwing stars will not do anything to an undead. But this will. The iron spark sword will, because it's got a magic enchantment on it. So at the beginning, depending on what weapon you're going to, specialize in, if you call it that, you're going to want to get a weapon as quickly as possible that's got a magic enchantment on it. Even if, as you use the weapon, that enchantment, goes down and then it slowly builds up over time. But even if you're in combat and you completely use up your enchantment, the weapon still works against undead. So, you may not be doing your extra XYZ damage of fire or lightning or whatever, but you're still hitting the monster. And relatively early on in the game, you end up getting sent to places that even have the low-level undeads, like, ancestral ghosts and stuff like that. So I remember the first playthrough I did, I was walking around with a regular sword, and I ended up in a little cave, and fighting a ghost, and I'm sitting there chopping away, and nothing's happening. Alright, let's make sure where we are. Local map. Okay. Let's turn on auto run. There we go. Okay, so we visited all the Blades trainers, and like I said, that's just a little something I like to do at the beginning of a game, just kind of for a bit of flavor. You certainly don't have to do that, and you certainly don't, you don't have to visit them at all. It's not a quest that is required or anything. So, let's see, right or left? Left. It's not even a quest in the quest log. It does give you journal updates. That's about it. You get a little bit of stuff on it. You do get a little bit of flavor text as far as, them explaining things like paralyzation and stuff like that. Which, paralyzation on a weapon probably is one of the most powerful enchantments in this game. As long as you're fighting something that can be paralyzed. Okay, we still should go talk to Elone back in Satanine. And we need to head back to Satanine anyway to set up our mark and recall. So we have a quick way home. And also that means that, like, if we're looting a dungeon and we get a whole pile of loot, we can pick it all up and then teleport home and then, divvy it up from there. Because once you get back into, your living quarters, you can just kind of toss the stuff on the ground. And okay, let's see, where are we? Here we are. Mages Guild.
I'm waiting.
Yep, well,
Good day. Let's do business.
We're gonna keep waiting. Okay, so let's do Balmoral.
Shouldn't be here. My patience is limited.
So we'll head back to Sedanine.
Speak quickly.
We'll also empty our bags so that we've carrying the minimum amount of stuff for now. How are we doing on level ups? We've only got 2, but we've already got plenty of bonuses. So that means we've been leveling our miscellaneous skills. Speed is a nice one. Our speed is low, but I would say probably the first 3 or 4 levels you can get a maximum of a +5 bonus. So if you level, if you save before you level and you don't get enough bonuses, you can go and train your miscellaneous skills to give you more bonuses. I would probably say,
Why walk when you can ride?
Why walk when you can ride?
I would probably say the most important is strength. For any melee character, but then for any character that you're going to run a heavy armor on, the armor is just so heavy weight-wise that if you end up fully kitting yourself out, you run out of, being able to carry anything. Okay. So let's go ahead and dump in our extra stuff. Keep wearing what we're wearing for now. Cure blight disease. Okay. So let's get the equipment out of here. Let's get 2 of the lanterns out of here. So that leaves us with 4 lanterns, 5 journeyman armors, hammers, 1 probe, a couple of lockpicks, 4 torches. And we're still at 178. Let's see, what do these weigh? Not enough to matter. 50 arrows don't weigh enough to matter either. So really, it's this stuff. Yeah, that's 30. I mean, that right there weighs 30. Okay. Well, I guess we're just going to be a little on the heavier side for now. There's really nothing else we can do. Okay, let's set our mark. So let's see. Let's set it so that we're in range of the chest, the barrel, and the sack, and maybe this sack. Okay. So we go use your blight potion of marking. There we go. Okay. So this is now our mark location. Go ahead and drop a save here. All right. Let's head back to Balmora. and then try to do a little bit of questing.
Why walk when you can ride?
Okay. So let's do the Fighters Guild quest that we have. Durain Thelus's house is over there.
There is someone watching.
So let's go talk to her.
Where is it?
Were you the one they sent to take care of the cave rats? Why, yes. These rats are such a nuisance, I'm worried that they'll eat all of my pillows. You like pillows, don't you, Zingzi? Pillows? Anyway, I've got one trapped in the bedroom here, and the other two are in my storage area upstairs. Rats, that is, not pillows. You trap your pillows? Here's the key for that door. There are at least 3 of these beasts. I hope they haven't gotten into my good pillows. She's really all about the pillows, isn't she? Alright.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
So there's supposed to be one back here. Oh, we can hear it. Alright. So let's let fatigue recover. We do have some fatigue potions, but I'd like to save those for in the middle of a battle. Alright, drop a save. Hey. Got some skill ups there. Yeah, she has a thing for pillows, doesn't she? Ooh. That's a skill book. Long blade increased to 38. It's like a value 200. Those value 50s are not skill books. Okay, so that's her bedroom. So let's head upstairs. Well, hello there. Rat meat. Let's equip the torch. I'm not going to take all that junk. I will take all this. Quality restores strength. It's got a decent value. Basket of pillows. We do not need that many pillows. Take the gold. Scuttle. this will be useful for when we do get our alchemy up to where we can actually see what this stuff does, and then we can use our master level alchemy equipment. Oh. Chest, green pot, basically garbage. All right, so not a lot worth messing around with up here. Pretty easy quest. Oh, well, what about the cave rats? Take your word that the cave rats are dead. Here, take these 100 septums. It's what I agreed to pay the Fighters Guild. Okay. Well, what about that little secret? In Morrowind, we don't like to hear about vampires. We know that back west, the Mages Guild helps them hide. The Mages Guild is full of necromancers, and we don't like that one bit. If we see a vampire here in Morrowind, we put him on a stake and roast him. I don't think I've ever read that one before. Well, truth be, we tell the Ordinators and we let them take care of it. Private citizens have no business fighting vampires. They're too dangerous. Really? The Dunmer hate necromancy and the undead, and we hate blood vampires in particular. Blood vampires are powerful undead creatures that feed on humanoid blood. The vampire curse is contracted from disease-contaminated blood. Victims of vampire attacks sometimes become vampires. There's no known cure for vampirism, but the destruction of the vampire. Ash vampires are not blood vampires, but both are powerful, immortal undead. Ash vampires do not feed on blood and have no connection with blood vampires. Really? Okay. Had no idea we were going to learn all that interesting stuff from her.
Is there something you need?
All right. Well, let's head back. So let's see. We did pick up a bunch of stuff. We're at 941 gold. At some point,
My time is precious, so make it quick.
get a little bit more gold.
What do you want?
We'll start working on our magic. Generally speaking, from kind of my spell sword characters, I worry about the sword first.
All right, I'm listening.
You here for orders or advancement? Orders. A very simple contract to end in... Oh. So you killed the rats. Not bad for you. Ready for more orders? Yes. The local egg mine has problems with egg poachers. You're going to solve those problems. Really? Yes, egg poachers. May sound silly, but those Kwama eggs are among the few things worth exporting from this nasty little province. Drambaro, the owner of the Shulk egg mine, wants to make example of these thieves to keep other miners from getting funny ideas. The egg poachers, Civillo, Othan, and Danila Valas, are former egg miners and longtime troublemakers. You can handle that, can't you? Report back when the poachers are dead. So where is Skulk Egg Mine? The mine is a short distance southwest of Balmora in the bluffs west of the Odai River. The old suspension bridge across the Odai is just southeast of them. Oh, I remember where this is. Follow the river south of Balmora until you see the bridge overhead. You're not afraid of a little swim, are you? Okay.
Hail!
So... let us Oh, there it is. Amulet of Recall. And we're back home. So let's dump off everything that we can dump off. Should get us back down to 179. Okay, let's go ahead and do some repairing. Wow. We blew through a couple of the hammers there. So how are we doing on Armorer? Not close yet. We're now 5 out of 10. So we've got bonuses to strength, agility, speed, personality. So block has went up and long blade has went up. Alright. Okay. Let us head back to Balmora now that we've dumped off our junk. And let's go deal with some miners. We'll do the jumpy thing here. This level's acrobatics, which levels strength, which bonuses the strength.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
All right, back to
Why
Balmora.
walk when you can ride?
Okay, so this is south outside of Balmora, and basically we walk along the river. Who ordered the fog today? Good night, Irene. Now, I do have the gamma turned way up, just so everybody knows. Part of the reason is because, and I have figured out I'm not the video recording whiz, but especially when you're inside of a cave, it seems like the recordings of Morrowind for me come through dark, or darker than what I see on my screen when I'm actually playing. So let's get out a weapon just in case. Cascadian Isles region. Let's do this. Let's, I don't remember what these people out here are. I'm pretty sure these are not part of the bad guys, but I don't remember.
If I can help, I will, but don't take too much time.
Let's ask him about egg poachers. We haven't seen Civillo or Dainila, but eggs keep disappearing and they know the place. Easy for them to get in and get out and stay out of sight. Okay. Civillo and Dainila used to work here. Not good people could be hiding anywhere in the mine. Okay. So that gives us some information. Okay. So let's wait a second for our fatigue to come back, because this is an egg mine, which means there's these little Quama foragers in here that are not happy to see you. This guy shouldn't attack me. No, the workers are usually okay. And these guys are usually okay. The scribs only attack you if you attack them. Alright, well, I'd like to get around you, buddy. Uh-huh. That's what I was waiting for. So my fatigue is really low right now, so let's do... Where is it? Restore fatigue. 1. Okay. There we go. That way I made sure to hit him. What's my fireball at? 43% chance. Tell you what. Okay. Well, that wasn't brilliant. Shulk Egg Mine Mining Camp. I'm gonna guess they're not hanging out in the mining camp. Let's continue going further. See what's over here. Can I get around you? Please? There we go. Well, another one of these guys. Eggmine Queen's Lair. Well, hello there, Mr. Scrib. Okay. Let's wait here for a second. Let our fatigue regen. We'll drop a save. And what else we're gonna do? We're going to get ready to summon. How are we doing? We're still 5 out of 10. Okay. Alright. Drop save. Aha. Okay. Well, this is what happens when you're level 1. We'll grab a fatigue potion. Let's see. I don't want to burn any of the health potions yet.
There is no escape!
Yeah, not for you, there isn't. There we go. Okay, a miner's pick. Condition 385 out of 400. That'll be some good armorer. Okay, let's do a little hearth heal. Nice. Okay. Drop a save. See if we can find this other guy. That's the queen. Okay.
You will
Well, thank you, buddy. That worked. Okay, so we got the miner's pick. We have a bunch of Kwama eggs. So let's see. What does this go to? Mining camp. That's the other side. My ancestor ghost is trying to follow me. Well, since we're here, we'll grab a couple. And let's do another. How are we on magic? Pretty good. We'll do a hearth heal here. As soon as my fatigue comes back where I can actually cast the spell. So we can't really cast destruction spells yet. But we can cast restoration spells. So if we we go into town and find some decent restoration spells that are useful in combat. And we can go to the Mages Guild. There we go. Full up. We can go to the Mages Guild and get to the Spellmaker, where you can make, as long as you have a spell that has that effect, you can make a new spell and change the power and duration and stuff like that. That can be expensive, but since this character is decent restoration, what we ought to do is we ought to make a spell for when we go into battle that slowly restores health and fatigue, and that will give us a major leg up in battle. Because right now our fatigue is just terrible. It goes down so fast. Uh-oh. Wow. I even did that with no fatigue. Oops. Oh, that's the door I skipped. Okay. Be paying more attention to the map. Hey, the fog is gone. All right. Successful. Successful killing of the egg poachers. So we'll head back to town and talk to the Fighters Guild person and get our reward and get whatever our next quest is here. So we had a couple skill ups. So now we've got strength times 3, speed times 3, 6 out of 10. Okay. Made it back to town.
can you ask your question quickly? I must be going.
All right. Edis. Egg poachers. You got both of them? Good. Here's your payment. Another 100 septums. We've got some extra potions from a recent raid. Take these. They'll come in handy. Just tell me when you're ready for more orders. 100 gold. We got 4 quality restore fatigue potions. Those are nice. All right, give me some orders. We have a contract from the Caldera Mining Company to kill 4 Telvanni agents responsible for trouble at the Caldera mine. Telvanni agents. 4 Telvanni agents are responsible for thefts and disappearances at the Caldera Ebony mine. Their names are Elenu, Arwalen, Sethasha, Fothina, and Al-Valeg. They're hiding in a cave in the hills north of the mine. Okay. When the 4 agents are dead, report back to me. Take care. It's very likely that one of them is on lookout posted outside the mines. The quickest way to Caldera is probably to have the guild guide at the Mages Guild transport you, but is your choice. Okay. So Elvegi, Thieves Guild, and the Wood Elves prefer to hire Nords and Wood Elves when they can't get the natives. I know nothing about him, but this is not a Thieves Guild job, so he has no protection. Okay. Elenu has been expelled from the Fighters Guild. She's stupid, but she can fight. Fothina, she's Thieves Guild and a local Dark Elf. She's known on the Azure's coast. She could be trouble, but like I told you. Okay. And Sathasha. So what's this about the Thieves Guild job? I told you that this Caldera Mine Trouble is not a Thieves Guild job. Yes, they are a Thieves Guild, and if you belong to the Thieves Guild and you murder a Thieves Guild member, you will get expelled. It's only a murder if the crime is reported, and you're not going to report it, are you? After all, I'm your Fighters Guild steward, and I'm giving you a job to do. Don't make me wonder about where your loyalties are. Well, that's nice. What about the thefts and disappearances? Learned a group of Telvanni agents are spying. Okay. Okay. So, we need to go kill people in Caldera.
So, where are you from?
We're pretty full of stuff. We've got some eggs and some more eggs to drop off. We've got these really heavy mining picks. So let's
Outlander.
do
Did
this.
you want something?
First of all, could grab a couple hammers. Let's let our fatigue come back here, and then we'll see what we can do with the armor's hammers. leaves me with 2. All right, let's go ahead and go home, and we will call it there for the run. And then next time when we come back, we will get set up for our next quest. Okay. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the episode today. And please do all the things. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification button. If you got any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll get to them as soon as I can. And otherwise, I will see you in the next episode, and I hope you have a great day.